The Straits of Mackinac is one of the most iconic and picturesque locations in Michigan, but this gem covers up a hiding place of one of the biggest controversies in the Great Lakes. Beneath the clear tides lurks the source of a legal battle between Michigan and a corporation. This source? Line 5. Line 5 is a 645-mile-long oil and natural gas pipeline that runs from northern Wisconsin through the heart of Michigan, all the way to Sarnia, Ontario, pumping 23 million gallons of light crude oil and natural gas liquids daily. Line 5 factors into almost every Michigander's daily life in one way or another.
Line 5 really does play a key role in Michigan in providing Michigan with energy. So it supplies 65% of the propane people use in the UP, 55% of the propane used statewide, 30% of the oil on Line 5 goes to Detroit area refineries to be used back in Michigan. So people use it in their cars. It's used for the jet fuel at the Detroit airport. It's used to make thousands of different products.
This pipeline, constructed by a Canadian-based company called Enbridge, has been the target of recent criticism because of the pipeline's placement right through the economically and environmentally significant Straits of Mackinac.
The location of Line 5 has been identified by the scientists at the University of Michigan as the worst possible place for an oil spill.
Liz Kirkwood, the executive director of the environmental group for Love of Water, or FLOW, has been pursuing the shutdown of Line 5 for years and counting.
The state has a legal duty to protect the Great Lakes over protecting a private oil pipeline company like Enbridge.
Concern over the 65-year-old pipeline has grown recently, primarily because of a 12,000-pound anchor strike on the line that left it dented and marred. This has caused worries of a potential break that would cause a catastrophic oil spill.
We were extraordinarily lucky that we did not experience a complete rupture of Line 5, because if we did, we would be cleaning up the Great Lakes and our shorelines for the rest of our lives, and possibly the lives of our children as well.
If the line breaks, it would be detrimental to Michigan's tourism and fishing industries, as well as affect the lives of the people at home who get their drinking water from the lakes. Shutting down the line would cause immediate and widespread change in Michigan's production and economy. Because oil would then have to be transported by rail, tanker, or truck, shipping costs would increase, causing gas prices to go up and make products harder to manufacture. Enbridge has proposed a solution to protect the pipelines that comes as a large concrete tunnel built around the line.
We feel like that really is the best solution for Line 5 going forward, because it makes sure that the line continues to provide the energy that Michigan needs, but at the same time it does further protect the Straits and protect the Great Lakes, because the line would be in a tunnel with foot-thick concrete walls 100 feet below the lake bed there, and so it would be fully protected. The chance of any kind of product ever getting out is almost zero.
This plan was approved by former Michigan Governor Rick Snyder, however is now facing pushback from the highest state officials, who believe they have a duty to preserve the state and the Great Lakes.
I'm upholding that responsibility by filing a lawsuit in Ingham County Circuit Court to take the first step to decommission the 66-year-old dual pipelines that run through the Straits of Mackinac.
Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel, as well as State Governor Gretchen Whitmer, have been very outspoken in their opposition to the tunnel project. Nessel holds a strong belief that Enbridge's track record provides even more of a reason to close the line.
And the oil spill in Kalamazoo that cost more than $700 million and left permanent damage to the affected areas.
This incident happened back in 2010 when a pipeline that Enbridge operated burst, spilling over 1 million gallons of oil into the Kalamazoo River and surrounding areas, a crisis that became one of the biggest inland oil spills in U.S. history. As the battle rages on in the courts and in the streets, there remains an ever-present fear of a disastrous oil spill that would soil Michigan's Great Lakes and shorelines, provoking a heavy question that is being asked more and more around the world. In the battle of the environment versus capitalism, who will prevail?